Yeah, chapter 13, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Um, he refers to the brain as the broadcasting and receiving station. So you can look at the brain in layman's terms like an antenna. It sends out vibrations and frequencies and receives vibrations and frequencies. And there can be thoughts, like I said, vibrations, messages, etc. The subconscious mind he refers to as the sending station. The creative imagination is referred to as the receiving station. And something that was interesting was that he said that the receiving station picks up thoughts from other brains. So if you ever hear people saying, oh, I thought of that before, it makes sense that we receive messages from other brains through the ethereal realm. That's very important, through the unseen realm. And he was saying the emotion of sex intensifies it. And when you are practicing sex transmutation, it intensifies it picks up the vibrations of other thoughts, messages at a higher rate of vibration than it normally would if you weren't doing it. And he went on to say that the greatest forces are intangible. The greatest forces are things that we cannot see. And he used electricity for an example, saying we don't know where it comes from or what's its purpose, but, we're subservient to it. Also, gravity. And when you think about it, that is true. We are controlled by gravity. Gravity holds the earth in certain places. It holds us in certain places. Things that go up must come down, so on and so forth. But that is something that we cannot see. So he basically used that into as a segue into the next chapter, which is called the Sixth Sense. But he was using another example of how this guy did an experiment on people, and it was basically an experiment on what is it called, a clairvoyance or telepathy, and he used cards in the deck, and the way that they picked up on it, it wasn't a valid explanation for it at the time on how they could name cards that they could not physically see. So he referred to this as extra sensory. And it's basically the sixth sense, because we rely too much on the physical, our physical senses, sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. And so this was another important factor. He said that people score lower with narcotics and they score higher with stimulants. And so that's something to think about, when you getting high. According to that passage, when you get high, that lowers your gifts, so to speak. And even though I'm not advocating stimulants, according to the passage, stimulants increased the gifts, or they score higher with their gifts, and with the narcotics they score lower with the gifts. So just take that with you. That's what I got from it.